Winter Olympics. KHQ Local News at 5 starts right now.
You just don't expect a murder to occur in your neighborhood particularly, and certainly.
This quiet South Hill neighborhood was shaken last night by the sound of gunshots. One man is dead, shot while his wife was on the phone with 911 in another room. The shooter still has not been caught, and neighbors have been warned to stay inside. Tonight, police say this doesn't look like a random attack, but they're still not sure how the puzzle pieces fit together. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Dan Kleckner.
And I'm Stephanie Vigil. The murder happened last night in the 2500 block of South Garfield. It's a quiet neighborhood on the South Hill, a neighborhood without much crime. Just a few minutes ago, we received this video from the Spokane Police Department. They say this may be the van the shooter drove off in. It is an early 2000 Dodge van. Police are hoping someone will know where the killer is. Now tonight we have team coverage of the last night's bizarre murder. Dylan Wollenhouse will have more on this nearby school and how administration's helping with the investigation. Cheriston Ramsey will have more information on crime stats in that area. But first, Alex Rozier is live with all the information that we learned today. Alex?
Truly a devastating story for friends and family of this man, Dan and Steph. The key points here for people who live on the South Hill and the surrounding neighborhoods. Police tell us that this was not a random attack. Police say this man was targeted, and tonight the search for a killer is underway. Details are limited, but throughout the day we have been able to learn more information as to what led to this shooting of a South Hill businessman. Sources confirmed for me today that he was shot multiple times. His wife was inside, hiding in the closet, as she frantically called 911 right after this. Today we received frightening video from a neighbor who recorded the scene right after he heard 6 gunshots. Take a listen to what police were saying over a loudspeaker as the search for the gunman got underway.
Suspect, you are under arrest. You are being tracked by a police dog. When he finds you, he will bite you. Give up now.
They blocked off the street, set up a perimeter, but the canine did not catch the shooter. The shooter remains on the run, as we said. I was told by a law enforcement source that they are pinging a cell phone in North Dakota as they try to get a location for someone. At this point, we don't know exactly who that someone might be. I'm also learning tonight from friends and family that the victim has done business in Spokane, Moses Lake, and recently in North Dakota. Again, this is not a random attack. Police say he was targeted, but the question that we are still working to solve was, why did someone want this man, this grandfather, this father, this husband dead? Everyone I spoke with today, both family and friends, they absolutely love this man. We are going to have more at 6 o'clock on the guy who was killed last night in his own home by an intruder. Reporting live on the South Hill, I'm Alex Rozier, KHQ Local News.
Alex, thank you. We do have in-depth coverage for you tonight. This shooting happened very close to Hutton Elementary School. Take a look at this map. We'll show you exactly how close it was. School was in session today, but there was plenty of extra security since the shooter is still on the loose. And tonight we're learning the school may actually be the key to cracking this case. KHQ Local News reporter Dylan Wollenhouse joins us now to explain. Dylan?
Well, Dan, yeah, we're outside Hutton Elementary, which is about 2 blocks away from where the murder happened at that home. Earlier today, we told you that there was some surveillance video taken outside of the school that may have captured the suspect's vehicle. Well, as you mentioned, about 15 minutes ago, Spokane police sent us that video, and that is the vehicle that is of interest in this murder. Now, we want to show it to you right off the top here. Police are describing the white Dodge van as an extended cab and an early 2000s model. You can see by the video it is obviously not a minivan there. It looks to be kind of an industrial van. Police say this is a van that is of interest. They cannot say for sure if the suspect was inside or driving the van. Now, as far as Hutton Elementary School is concerned, the modified lockdown was just a precaution today. All 500 students didn't have recess and were not let outside during most of the school day, and what we knew shortly after the murder unfolded wasn't much, and there was no reason to believe that this was not a random killing, but we do know now that the murder was targeted, and this was not random. Because of that uncertainty, school officials brought in an extra resource officer this morning at Hutton Elementary as the teachers started coming in with the students, and they say that uncertainty certainly brought them to a heightened precaution.
I think, at first, when it was still, when the information was a little bit sketchy still at first, that it was perhaps just a random break-in. Obviously, that's going to put a different level of safety and security up a little heightened.
Today, when we were talking with police, they are asking any neighbors in the area that do have surveillance video, may have heard anything, may have seen anything, to please come forward and call Crime Check coming up tonight at 6. I did speak with several neighbors, as you mentioned, and they are shaken because this community is not something where this happens up here. Even police alluded to that, so that will be coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Reporting live tonight, Dylan Wollenhouse, KHQ Local News.
Thank you, Dylan. Incidents like this just show, even if you think your neighborhood is safe, crime really can happen anywhere.
KHQ Local News reporter Cheriston Ramsing standing by in the Interactive Center tonight. Cheriston, generally this area is pretty quiet. Have there been any major incidents there in the past?
And Dan, this evening I want to show you a really great website that can pinpoint your own neighborhood. This is called SpokaneGIS.org, and where we've decided to enter in the incident that just happened this weekend. Now, this is a half-mile radius. Now, something interesting I've noticed is that all of these crimes, the majority of them, have happened on a weekend, a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday. Most of these in this area are malicious mischief or theft or vehicle prowling. Now, when we zoom in here to this very latest incident, what's really key about this website is you can click on the incident and learn more about it. So in this case, it was assault with a weapon, and it'll even show you the time in which it was inputted into this data. So it's a great way to learn about the crime in your own neighborhood. Again, it's SpokaneGIS.org. Reporting live tonight, I'm Cheriston Ramsing, KHQ Local News.
All right, Cheriston, thank you. Detectives aren't releasing very much information, only that they have a vague, very vague description of the shooter. They say he's a white male and at the time wearing all black clothing. And again, we also just learned police are looking for an early 2000 Dodge extended cab van. The victim's body was taken from his home this morning and moved to the medical examiner's office. She will do a complete autopsy, which will be released in the next few days. She'll also examine the body at the crime scene before anything is moved. Right now on KHQ.com, we do have in-depth coverage on last night's shooting. You can find all that information that's been released so far. Head to the homepage and you'll see links to articles and videos. And for updates on the go, download the KHQ Local News app, which is available for smartphones and tablets, or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for news updates throughout the day and night.